Hello and welcome, my name's Matt Finnegan. You're watching another Soccer Insight betting preview brought to you by betting-insight.com. Well, this is the Monday night game between Everton and Newcastle. Before I get reviewing this game, I just want to give a plug for my Insiders Club. It was a fantastic weekend. I'm recording this Sunday evening. We had 6 bets on the account, 5 successful bets, adding to an already profitable September. So, good profits all round. If you're interested in betting alongside me in the Insiders Club, lots of things I'll be adding in the coming months to improve your betting and widen your knowledge, possibly on markets that you can consider both pre-game and in play. It's just £20 a month. But anyway, let's get into the preview on this game. Well, our OP index price, our tissue prices, we rate Everton 1.7, Newcastle 5 to 1 at 6.0, and the draw a shade over 3 to 1 at 4.15. Everton, of course, are unbeaten going into this game and have a very, very good record at Goodison. Newcastle, poor loss against Hull in the last game. This came after 2 decent wins, but they're showing a little bit of indifferent form there. Let's have a look at the head-to-head. This is 6 out of the last 7 seasons, and you can see that Everton have had the lion's share of victories there. 3 victories, 2 draws and just 1 defeat. So it's all sort of points towards a home victory. But let's have a look at the Betfair prices. These were taken on Sunday evening. These are subject to change. And as you can see, they're very, very similar to our OP index prices. Just a shade shorter is Everton at 168, 169. Newcastle just above that 5 to 1 at 6.2. The draw bang on 3 to 1. So very, very close to our prices. In terms of pinpointing any sort of market movement, it is, for me, it might be very, very difficult. If anything, Everton may come in, but it's one to sort of keep an eye on, possibly with the team news. Okay, so what are our options if you think either team are going to win? Let's have a quick look at Everton first. Well, at 167 across the board with the bookmakers, 168 with Betfair, you're getting pretty fair value, in my opinion, to actually bet them. So if you do feel they'll get 3 points, then I wouldn't put you off taking that price. 4 to 6, 1.67, maybe a little bit too short for some people. So another option that you do have is price ramping, and let's shorten the game. Everton to be leading within 60 minutes. That ramps the price up to 10 to 11, 1.91 with Ladbrokes, and that is a fairly decent option if you ask me. Finally, a bet that I really do like, the winning margin bet. This is where you eliminate some of the winning outcomes on a team that you fancy to win, and Dutching 1 or 2 goals, well, that pays 23 to 20 in old money, 2.15 in decimals at the best prices. Dutching Everton to win by 1 or 2 goals. The only factor is, the niggling factor that can be with the Newcastle is that they can implode, but I will run through all the winning margin options later in this preview. On the flip side, Newcastle to win or result, well, they're bang on our tissue price as well. So if you do fancy Newcastle to win, then you're getting fair value. It may be a brave call, but at least you know that you're right bang on the money, that you're getting a decent odd for the victory. One option, though, could be the Asian handicap. And if you're going to play with this, look for at least 4 to 5, 1.8, with Newcastle receiving plus 1 goal. That's what you're going to be needing if you're going to sort of be getting fair value, in my opinion, in this game. And basically, for you to lose your money on this game, Newcastle have to lose by 2 or more goals. If they lose by 1 goal, you get your stake back. If the draw or win the game, you go on and collect. So it's pretty simple with that in the Asian handicap. Lose by 2 goals, you lose money. If they lose by 1, you get your money back. So that's not a bad option. Okay. And finally, in the double chance market, basically, this is actually sort of laying Everton on the exchanges. What you've got to be looking for is around 11 to 8 minimum. Okay, 2.38 in the double chance market. If you see that, then you're getting fair value. Anything shorter, I have seen some firms quoting 2.1. That's equivalent of letting somebody back Everton at 1.991. You're not going to do that, are you? So do play around. That's the important thing with odds. But in the double chance market, basically there it's Newcastle and the draw. Okay, so you're laying, if it was on the exchanges, you're laying Everton not to win. So if Newcastle to come away with a point, you're going to get odds against. Okay, so just bear that in mind there. So that's run through that. If you feel either team are going to get a result or a win, let's have a look at those winning margins now. And what are our options there? Well, basically Newcastle, you're getting better in the match odds than touching them 1 or 2 goals. So you can rule that out, just back them in the match odds. You don't need to do that. As we've established with Everton, 2.15 if for 1 or 2 goals. If you want to be brave, you can ramp that up to over 2 to 1 at 3.05 for 2 or 3 goals. I'm not so sure that they will, win by 3 or more goals. So I wouldn't, be sort of taking that. Winning margins, Newcastle 1 goal. Would they beat Everton by 2 clear goals? Again, you're getting good odds there at 13 to 2, 7.5. So again, it depends on your confidence. But I just think, just take the Newcastle win at 5 to 1 if you think that's going to happen. Let's have a look through the unders and overs markets. Well, bang on the 2 most popular ones, 1.5 and 2.5, pretty much around our sort of prices and that. So again, it's where you want to sort of take the money. Slight value in the 3.5 goals market, but everything is sort of priced on it. But significantly, and this is probably bearing in mind of Newcastle's ability to implode, when the goals are flowing, under 4.5 at 1.17 is a little bit of value. You're not going to get rich from it, but it's a bit of value going into the game. So that's the unders. Finally, let's have a look at the in-play stats. Well, matches at 0-0 at 25 minutes. There's a 53% chance of a goal being before half time. So basically, if you can sort of get even money, laying even money, 0-0 or backing over 0.5 goals in the first half market at even money, then you're going to be getting a slight bit of value at 25 minutes. In this game, there's a 73.33% chance of a goal being scored between 25 and 70 minutes, and if that happens, there's a 70% chance of another one being. Basically, it's almost a 3 and 4 game chance that that's actually going to happen. So that's something to consider when you go through the markets. And finally, as the game draws towards an end, it's a 60.83% chance of the last goal of the match coming after 65 minutes, 1.64 or above. That's the price that you've got to be looking for. I think it would be slightly less than that come the in-play markets. If it's 1-1, then you're looking at backing over 2.5 goals. If it's 0-1, 1-0, you're looking at backing over 1.5 goals. I think it would be slightly less than that. But I think it'd be a game that's lots of opportunities, and you can play depending on who you win the game. I think there's plenty of value and plenty of opportunities, like I say, in the markets to play either side, depending on where you sit. That's it from me. I'll be back next weekend with all previews on all 4 live TV games. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.